Hey there, it's Michelle again. This is my second video. I made my first video yesterday on the topic of narcissism. I was in the car. I didn't have a lot of time. It was a short video. Just getting started on my story about my narcissistic relationship I had for 3 years. And I probably should have mentioned a couple of things yesterday that I didn't. And, the more I think about it, the more, I thought I should say that I'm not here to bash my ex. I'm here to talk about narcissists and just to make people aware of what these people actually will do without conscience to other people. They steal, they lie, they cheat. They'll do anything to get what they need from you, believe me. So here we go on the second video. I think that we discussed the first date, the clown outfit he had on and everything, the baggy pants, the sweatpants, the Jordans, and the chain and all that. I did leave out another thing. He wears a do-rag all the time. So, it's like a total disguise he was always in. Which I guess, gives him even that more, reason to lie about things. They can sort of hide their identity. You can't really see their eyes. It just hides everything. It's a disguise. But anyway, so we got past the clown outfit. I think I told everybody that he didn't text me for like 4 months. So, and then he wanted to come back. I guess things with his girlfriend got boring or whatever, because he had one when he was trying to go out with me. We discussed that as well. So 4 months went by. He's offering himself up like a god that he can help me with an orgasm whenever I want it. So that's where we left off. So like I said, I had trouble saying no to him, and I was just keeping it like, a hookup situation, which I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. That was really my first time kind of doing that. I'd been in other relationships, and I've even dated a couple of douchebags. Actually, the guy I dated before him, we dated for 2 months, and he met, a 25-year-old, and they got married a few months later. He was my age. I'm 46, by the way, and, well, he was 47, so you know how that goes with a man. If they can get a younger woman, they're going to go for it. We only dated for 2 months. It did hurt me, but I was over it in a couple of months. This happened to me. It's taken me a year to be able to even make a video and talk about this, because it does take a lot of courage, because you blame yourself, and you do realize that it's you and the way you were brought up, and it's a lot of things to not have any boundaries, not have any self-respect or self-esteem, because you don't. If you let somebody come in your house and walk all over you like that and lie to you and, just basically destroy your life, and then they throw you away like a piece of garbage. Now, if you allow that, then you obviously don't have any boundaries. And I didn't know all this at the time. I didn't even know what a narcissist was. I've educated myself for a year on this. So, I'm not a doctor. I'm not well educated. But, I'm not stupid. So, anyway, back to the story. So he was coming over here for, I let this go on for like 6 months, not without saying that. A few times I told him I wasn't comfortable. I kind of figured he was just using me. I did get the feeling. We enjoyed each other's company, but it was, he wasn't taking me out. There was no relationship at this time. Of course, he was in one. How could he possibly have another one? So he was just coming over here once a week. And this went on for like 6 months. And then just one day, out of the blue, he shows up unexpectedly at my work. And it was like ever since then, he wouldn't leave my side. So obviously, things went sour with the other girl. And he just attached himself to me, and I just really didn't understand what the fuck was going on. All of a sudden we're, going out and we're dating, and I'm going to the family events, for Christmas and the holidays and whatnot, and we're dating, and it's just a gradual thing, but we never had intimacy, we never had communication. if you did try to communicate, you would get answers that you just wouldn't understand. And it never made any confusion is the word I'm looking for. From day one, it was total confusion. So, I mean, I did fall in love with him and everything, expecting, you know, love back, but I never saw it. I never got it. And I couldn't understand why every time I would, you know, get tired of it. We didn't have a lot of communication. Like I said, I didn't have boundaries. I didn't have anything. I didn't have self-esteem, you know. I couldn't communicate. I didn't know how. And he didn't either, but it was just the weirdest relationship I've ever been in. There was nothing normal about it. It was unhealthy as hell. And when I did mention how unhealthy it was at times and that I wasn't comfortable the way things were, he would just get his stuff and leave. He didn't stay here. I mean, he stayed here, but he didn't live here. He lives with his parents. That's another thing I forgot to mention. 47 years old and lives with his parents. That first date, you know, he was so adamant about how he helped his family and they depended on him so much. He paid all their bills. His parents were just totally dependent on him, and his whole life revolved around his parents. And I thought, well, you know, that's a nice quality. It's total bullshit. Yeah, they depend on him to do things around the house, like, you know, yard work and things, but they're totally capable of taking care of themselves. I've met the people. They're actually good people. They adopted him. I don't know if that is the reason he turned out to be a narcissist, if it's hereditary. It seems demonic to me from what I've seen, but, you know, I'm no professional. I don't know what causes it. But yeah, he just... kept me confused, like I said, all the time. So we broke up 4 times in 3 years, and that 4th time was the final one. By the way, you know, this is just a little the gist of the whole thing. I have a lot of topics I'm going to make more videos about, you know, such as, you know, the intimacy, the confusion, there's all kinds of topics I have. The stealing, of course the lying, you know. I mean, I want to hit on everything, and I want to keep the videos going, and I hope you all could at least like it and subscribe if you could, so I can get them out. But yeah, so, and it's interesting too, because, you know, of course he had to go on to a new relationship. That's what they do. They go from one to the next to the next. And the newest one, they had broken up 4 times in 4 months. So, I mean, 4 times 3 years, 4 times 4 months. Dysfunction, dysfunction, dysfunction. No matter what, they can't have a relationship. I mean, how can anybody have a relationship when you're being lied to constantly? There are even some things that he's done to me that I'm not sure if I could ever be comfortable putting out in the public. And, you know, it's just, I'm trying to get my story out. I'm about ready to take a bath because I've had a long day, but this video is not as long as I wanted it to be. Anyway, I hope you all have a good evening, and I think I'm going to start my next video with the topic of probably confusion, since, like I said, they like to keep you confused, and I was for 3 years. And we'll go into that some, and then maybe after that we'll talk about the stealing and the prison time, and, you know, just stupid things like eating with them, sleeping with them, sex. So yeah, my videos should be interesting. I hope I can keep somebody interested. So you all have a good night. Bye.